Hi guys, Jay Smith here. Another Mizuno review. It's the ST200X, the one with the weight in the heel. The one that's draw biased, the one that's very light, the one that's got a massive weight right back there for forgiveness. Mizuno call it Japanese Spec. I'll tell you what it's going to be though, potentially, because I've got it's in what they're really like raving on about Mizuno. They're loving this. Is the fact that this shaft that I've got it in, it's full length, so it's not cheating by making it shorter. It's full length, 39 grams. Yeah, not much to that. Oh, same boxing glove head cover with the carbon composite. See, it's quite good, that. Yeah. I'm not a great fan of boxing glove. I like the ones with the socks on because they used to protect the shaft a lot more. When it comes to the head, let's go quickly with the head when it comes to the tech. Crown. Strip weight as best they can. They've just took even more weight off it than they did last year. Because you can see that is going to be the dominant thing here. That massive weight and that weight in the heel as well. When it comes to the face, again, it's now different. It's now not the beta rich titanium was last year, the 190. It's now full on beta titanium. Now what that cost involved is, I don't know, but yeah. What they've done by doing that though is by making it a stronger material in the full-on beta titanium is that they've made the parts of the plug which you shouldn't really hit, but we do, more forgiving. By making it thinner, it rebounds more. You still get that ball speed when you don't quite hit the middle. Still got the wave technology. That's been there now quite a long while with Mizuno, and it basically just means when you hit the middle, fine. When you hit the bottom though, rather than getting that, like, you're not going to get a great transfer of energy because you're hitting straight against the sole, straight through the sole. You get a little bit of squidge, if you want to call it, from the sole, so it gives you a little bit extra punch. Yeah, that's the whole idea. It works well, but they've redesigned it again to save weight. Yeah. Now, this is the draw bias head, so they're making 3 models this year. Now, I'm not quite sure on this. I'm guessing that the main people are going to watch the 200 driver. You're going to get a certain less amount of people that are going to watch the 200G because it's more of a specialist one. But now Mizuno have made 3. Never made 3, as far as I know. Comment below if I'm wrong. Before, so they're now capturing as many people as they possibly can do, and this is the draw bias one. So obviously that weight in the old heel, a massive great big weight on there to try and make it as forgiving as you can do. 10.5 head, only comes I believe in 10.5 head, but you've got the 1, 2, 1, 2 degrees up and down, so you can go up to 12 down to 8.5, of which I've got it set to. But then doing that, what they've done, most drivers when it comes to, we'll call them draw bias drivers, they do it by basically you have the head and they can do this. They make it look left, which looks wrong in a lot of people's eyes, and I've always liked to be able to set my face directly to target and that, rather than some drivers I struggle with and they're so twisted shut to try and be anti-slice. But how Mizuno have done it this year, they've put the, Chris Vosch, he'll explain this a lot better than I am, they've onsetted the head differently into the shaft, so effectively they move the head a little bit kind of like this way to the shaft. Makes it draw bias more without making it go like that. There you go. So anyway, this is going to be really interesting, this shaft. 39 grams full length, but it's a very, very light thing. It's going to be interesting to see how fast I swing. I'm swinging around about 113-ish this year. So it'd be interesting to see how fast I could potentially get this up to. I mean, looks wise, I can't distinguish this between the other one, apart from obviously the sole. On the top, when you look down by the ball, they all look exactly the same, near on identical. Got them all down here, and I still can't tell which one, apart from the shaft they're in. That kind of cheats, but yeah, if they were the same shaft, we'd never know. Feel wise, when it comes to sound, it's exactly the same as the others. Again, they've made it so I couldn't tell. The only difference is with a G, when I'm practicing with a G, like a practice warm-up swing, with the little tracks, they make a bit of a whistling noise, which I find quite interesting. But again, this one, exactly looking very, very similar to the normal standard head, 200. but with a lot more draw biased in it. So I've hit it indoors, I've hit it outdoors to see what it sounds like, and it sounds exactly the same. It is carbon. It's a dead-ish noise, but it's not like a door. It has a bit more of a punch to it, which is quite pleasing to the ear. But I suppose it's time I go hit this with my Game Ball Vice Pro to see how a premium golf ball works with this, and see how it performs. I'm going to change my swing speed a bit. I'm going to move it around. This is supposed to be forgiving, so I'm going to be a bit more creative with my shots, I think. Let's go see how it works. So let's see how this thing works. Let's go down into the number screen. That's all important. Let's see, we like the number screen, don't we? Little old me. So here we go. We move down. God, I'm resetting myself on this chair. Here we go. So let's go. Should we go ball data first? Let's have a look at those. I've hit a load of shots, absolutely loads, like I normally do. I don't just hit a few, I just get a load. And I wanted to do this because I wanted to get a load of very interestingly different shots, because this is the forgiving one. This is the one that would, within reason, be fairly straight, I would say, depending on what delivery you want to. And it's got a 39 gram shaft. This thing is ridiculously light. To swing this, it feels like I'm swinging bamboo sticks, because it doesn't feel anything. And now, for me, does it make a difference? I feel it, yes I do. So, under normal circumstances, if I tried to hit this at my normal way, it just spins a bit more. So anyway, let's go do the averages. Now, this data set that I've got up here on the screen is made up of many different types of shot. But if we look at the general rule of everything else, let's have a look. We go 157 miles an hour ball speed. So not as fast, but then that is made up of many different shots, and I'll show you the reason why. Launching averaging 14.1, spinning up at 2.5, so definitely now we're spinning a lot more. If we look at, look at it's nice and straight, 1 yard off target, 40 high. It is peaking now, obviously quite high, with a decent launch and a modicum amount of spin, shall we say. It is now peaking higher, which is going to affect total distance. 271 on average, so it's not massively long. However, if you look at all those shots, I've got some at there 285, 283, then down to 263. And I am hitting loads and loads of different ways, or 262, 2 from the bottom. You can see that I'm sporadically changing. Yeah. If we go to the club head data, let's go transition to club head data. There you go. 112.4. However, let's get my club out of the way so it doesn't get in the way of everything else. If you look at the speed, now I've been trying to swing at different speeds, changing the face angles, changing path slightly, changing on how I do certain things to try and purposely mess about with this club. This is supposed to be the most forgiving one, so I want to try and give it a workout rather than hitting or trying to hit absolute middle and delivering perfection as best I can. Obviously, me not robot, me just man. And I'm dialing speeds around, so you can see that I'll go from 117.1, and I've had this up at near 120 when I really want to rip one. Now normally I'm about a 116er if I'm kind of dialing it right up, but I can get, it's the light factor. So if you guys out there who don't swing it massively quick and are looking for a setup to try and increase or help swing speed, then that's an idea and a half, because it is funky. It is brilliant. Obviously you're not going to potentially load the shaft nowhere near as much as me, so the variances will be less than me. But yeah, if you have a look at that, you go 117 mile an hour all the way down to 108 that I've done. You can see on there, obviously, with the differences of changing of how I'm delivering. Efficiency has dropped on average 3.5 up, and I'm moving at like 1 across, 1 open. But just look at the different variations that I've done, and I'm trying to move around a little bit to try and test just how forgiving this thing is. And the strikes, look at the strikes. Yeah, they do move around. I'll show you how they move around, because if I go to the strikes, there we go, found it. Bear with. So you can see there, I'm moving around quite a bit. heel shots, high shots, toe shots. The quad only shows a certain amount after it kind of loses some at the bottom, if not you just be. But I've hit low shots, heel shots, high shots, toe shots, face open to pass, face slightly closed to pass, and everything. And flight wise, I'll show you here. That's what I've come up with. Now, considering how I was punishing. Oh, I've still got the flights thing, but let's get rid of that on there, so it's sort of a little bit more. There you go. Considering how I was punishing that golf club, it's done exceptionally well. Would I use it? No, because I'm going to lose distance, and I will lose distance on this because it's going to spin too much for my speed. However, if you are a golfer which does struggle for dispersion left and right, who does struggle to get the ball up in the air or whether it be, I mean, this all day long is such a potential winner for that. It spins obviously more, and it launches the golf ball instantly higher. Now, because of the fact that obviously it launches it because the center of gravity is so low on this thing, with any kind of strike it's going to launch it higher, and it's not a low spinning head at all, so it's going to keep the spin on. But with my speed, hitting it as bad as I was trying to hit it, that is done very, very well. I was so surprised with it. Now, the difference part. When I want to, obviously as a skilled golfer, I can change delivery to try and get the most out of this club. Now, it's a 39 gram shaft, you know, which so there's going to be slight feel differences in delivery. So I hit a shot, so I can just show you. I'll pop it on here. There you go. So you can see the strike, 4 mil high, 8 mil toe. Swing speed 115 miles an hour, carry 291. So when I want to, I can change things to try and negate how this thing is going to work. But I'm having to work quite hard to try and change delivery at such a point of where I can make this club work for me. Now, that's not the idea of fitting. That's not at all. I'm just saying, I'm just showing you that it's a completely different designed head for a different type of golfer. Yet it doesn't mean that if you were to fit this correctly for the right type of golfer, that it couldn't get potentially the maxed out numbers. Now, 291 carries not quite the maxed out number for me, but it's not far off. And it's very, very good considering this club is designed to do one thing only, be draw biased and also be forgiving, very forgiving. So yeah, on par with that, let's transition back to get my lovely face even bigger. So yeah, on conclusion to that one, I would definitely always say that, is it for me? No, it's not for me. Will it spin too much? Yes, it will. In its normal true sense, I've got it down to 8.5 degrees. I can't lower loft anymore. It's that 39 gram shaft. It does enable me to swing it substantially faster. And now, through in testing, I had this thing up to 120 miles an hour. Now, I don't normally hit 120 miles an hour unless I've gone down the gym a lot and I've done lots and lots of pre-training. I didn't, when I was messing about 120 miles an hour for fun, but obviously I wouldn't be swinging at that speed because I couldn't control it. But it just goes to show the fact that that light shaft, that light setup does make a physical difference to the swing speed that I can naturally just want to produce. Obviously in the test I wanted to try and change the swing speed around because I'm trying to test the forgiveness level of this ultimate forgiveness beast. But it's comical, and it is such a good club. It probably rivals anything like Ping, which are probably known as one of the most forgiving manufacturers of drivers ever. I probably haven't found a club this forgiving since G400 Max, and that was ridiculously forgiving a way you could hit it on the face. But with the light setup as well, I could see this as a senior's distinctly good idea that a senior test this to see if they can gain some more speed. Keeps the spin on the golf ball, launches really well. Looks just as every bit as good as all the other ST200s, so there's no difference in look from that point. It's just a really good solid club. Obviously, would I have it? No, I wouldn't. I've got the 200G for that, and I would not give that back. I mean, nearly 300 carries with that thing. I'm taking that all day long. But anyway, hope you liked the video. If you dig the channel. If you did, click the like button below. Also, if you dig the channel, hit that little red support button, subscribe. There you go, click that. Next to it, little bell. Click that one as well, because that will let you know next time I upload another little video. Chances are what I might do is I might do a little small video after this, just encompassing very, very quickly a buyer's guide to the 200 drivers series. So anyone who doesn't really want to go through, watch every single one of these videos, can probably just go have a look at that one and then see which one they want to look at. But anyway, hope you liked it, and we'll see you again soon.